and listen to the whole thing publicly. Let's listen. Let's listen to it privately so that we can make sure that every morning when we wake up, we do what the first word that it says, smile. Skip the second word, but smile and appreciate our opportunity to live our best life. And I want to really share before that, I'm going to record. So we'll have this in our video library on YouTube. We will indeed. We have almost or more. I haven't counted lately. Like it's near 600 videos in the AfroEconomics video library because of you giving me the opportunity to bring the financial empowerment. This is our Afro Economics Live. I'm JB Bryan and the President and Chief Investment Officer of JB Bryan Financial Group, the home of Afro Economics, a strategic financial management program designed for the advancement of Black wealth in America and abroad, everywhere our Black wealth matters. I thought I'd put up the book tonight. Let's make sure we think about living our best life. And then at first, when I first titled tonight's session, I was like, the millionaire mindset. I've done workshops on the millionaire mindset, but I'm gonna be honest with you. We gotta go past a million. We gotta go. Like we gotta go past when I explain to people that $1 million, what $1 million represents, to me is just an opportunity to create income. Now, some people actually already have $1 million, but they just don't know it because they have an employer that has a pension plan. So if you have a pension plan and just say your pension is paying you out like $60,000, right? 60,000 a year. Well, the lump sum that has to be at work for you to create that 60 grand for the year is at least $1 million. No, so we have to really think about you might not have $1 million cash, but if you're working to accumulate pensions or working to accumulate assets, like, where we're putting money into the IRA or putting money into your 403B or TSP or 401k or whatever, 457, whatever, those are just tax codes for deferring compensation, putting money off, STEMI. And when you're working, your part of your compensation, part of your pay is being put into sometimes a pension plan, or sometimes, Mr. Lewis, they put it into the 401k and they say to you, you know what, we're not going to give you a pension, but if you want a piece of this, you're going to have to put money away first and then we're going to match it. You know, so if you're committed to living your best life, what you got to do? What you got to do?
Save money.
You have to save money. You have to be putting money away for your entire career. Ever since the day I opened the doors of JB Bryan Financial Group, I am investing back into this business, building this business up. Every day, wherever it is that you work, you have to be investing in your future, because if you work for someone, you can't say that because that's their business. You work for the federal government, you work for the state, you work for, the schools or anything. You can't, no matter how much, if you don't take some of your compensation and put that into another asset and build something. That's why, as I'm building this business and putting my assets, because if I'm taking the money out and just spending it, just like a lot of people that work for people, you know what I'm saying? I'll just take it and give me a big salary and go out and just waste money on things and live lavishly, great big name brands all over the place, and can't just have this TV. It's got to be 100-inch behind me and all that, and all of that. You cannot build up. You can't print books, do free shipping, allow people, and have programs if you're always spending the money. And then people go, "Oh, it's so hard to save money." But it's hard, oh, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's only hard to save money because you don't realize how hard it is to live when you don't have any money. That has to be our motivation, that we're working, for building up assets. So I'm building this asset in the hopes that this asset, just like you when you're putting in your 401k, we're putting in it, an IRA, whatever, we're building an asset in hope that that asset will feed us one day. That's what you're doing. So we have to be selective and specific about what life we're creating for ourselves. And that's why I think, that we have every reason in the world to not be where you are, but you got there anyway. You have every reason in the world. I was talking to a member today. She raised 3 girls by herself. And I was explaining to her, and she already knew, but I was like almost getting emotional when I was just thinking about, she raised 3 girls by herself and still was able to save money for her future. And she said it's because I lived below my means. Like, and then a key thing that I wrote down in my notes on us living our dreams, creating our dreams, living our best life is that you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to show off for anybody. You don't have to impress anybody. Even though you might get the pressure. I know I got a lot of pressure on how I'm supposed to look, what I'm supposed to wear, how I'm supposed to, I see people a lot of times, they'll be like speakers on the stage and they're flipping up their shoes to show this red bottom. Have y'all ever seen that?
No.
The shoes cost more than what they're being paid to come, you know? So you're sitting up there, I've been in, meetings, people come in, prop down $1,000 purses, and they have a salary job at the school system. I mean, really? You don't have to impress me because I'm coming in here to complain about the horrible job y'all doing. Exactly. You know, you
And the
think that
shoes
that,
hurt her feet.
I know. There's just going around like, you know what I mean? Showing like, I don't see, you know, um, that I know that it is somehow some connection with, feeling that we have to prove something. Like I've talked to people and they've said, now, fortunately, I've never had this happen with a person who's, working with me, but they've said they, were working at work, and after they got this new car and their boss saw it, they got fired. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's terrible, though.
Mhm.
Weird.
That's terrible because sometimes people just want something nice. And I think that's okay
That's
if
right.
it's if you can afford it.
That's right. But you have to be like, you have to be aware of what you're drawing to yourself. You
Hmm.
have to be aware that when you have certain behavior, what you're doing, and be aware. I mean, I understand the freedom that we want, but there's certain every action creates a reaction.
Mhm.
And when if we want people to accept the reality of our blackness, then we first have to accept the reality of this world. People get jealous.
Mhm.
People just get jealous. That's all way back, like,
Yeah.
Adam and Eve time. There's probably somebody got jealous of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
That
like,
is so right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, people get jealous. So if you're gonna go out and you're gonna be the only one with $100,000, you looking around like, and they might have it. They might have it. but you're the one who pulled up into the parking lot. So
JB,
yes.
they rather see a monkey with a diamond ring before they see black folks with anything.
Oh, that's so sad.
Hmm.
And you know what? You know one thing though, when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have to worry about any of that. None of it.
That's true.
That's right.
That's the blessing of being an entrepreneur. But unless you're willing to sacrifice for what it takes to be an entrepreneur, you got to compromise. Like when I go and speak at colleges and they'll talk to me about, how they want to wear their hair and where they want to dress and how they want to dress and this and that. And I'm going to go, the truth of it is, that's their culture. That's their business. And they're going to run it their way. So if that's, you want to do whatever you want to do and you want to have tats up and down your face and neck and everything, you can do that. Live your best life on your own business. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And even then, your customers are going to hold you accountable. Some people are going to be turned off.
That's right.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to but at least you are not trying to impose your dream on someone else. That just really um I don't even understand that thought process of how somebody has rules. They give you the rules and you decide that you're going to break the rules. You're decide like of all the jobs in all the world, you can work anywhere. Why in the world would you work somewhere where you don't like the rules going into it?
That's true.
I don't understand. Like I'm talking about living your best life. Most of the problems that people have, they've decided to create it themselves. Yes, we're Black. Yes, it's harder for us to get a job. Generally, we don't get the fair compensation. To get around that, I decided I decided that I was going to be in a career that I could determine my own income. That was going to find something that I love and do it passionately and be able to do it 24/7 and not have to worry about that, but also not have to worry about somebody else telling me what my income is going to be, because I'm just not quite sure how well, like even the weeks where I was the years that I was a stockbroker, I knew this isn't going to go out well for me because I know that I know what I know, and I am very honest, very respectful, but very honest. And sometimes coming with the truth, like when I would have to go in there and talk to my white boss about how this Black family got exploited by one of my white coworkers, it didn't go over well. it, but they would always find me. They go, I heard there's this Black person that works there. So I had to stand up for everybody Black that was being done wrong by my own coworkers. And I said, this isn't going to go well for me because I'm not going to let it happen. And the boss tells me stay out of it. That's their only resolve. Not that I know you know the rules, you know that this is wrong, that should not have happened. I'm going to look at it, stay out of it. How sick is that? And if I had stayed there,
You was messing with their money.
that's right. That's right. Messing with them. And if I had
Mm-hmm.
stayed there, it only would have hurt me.
Yeah.
And I really,
Yes.
said too many. If you're miserable, if anybody listening to my voice is miserable at what they're doing, please, I challenge you, join AfroEconomics. Get involved. Do one-on-one meetings with me. And I'm talking about investing in yourself, like $1 a day, big time individual membership. Like get the $30 membership so that we can start having meetings and I can start helping you develop the mindset that you deserve, even if you're 90 years old and you're not happy about your current life. We need to be taking steps to change it. I'm tired of us settling. And I'm tired of listening to people over and over, basically trying to convince us that because we're Black, we're supposed to be just a little bit less happy. And that's okay. It's not okay. We can create our best life. And our best life does not have to be equal to materialism.
Mhm.
Our best life should be living within our means, being financially independent, accepting the decisions that you decided to make, the decisions, the career that you love, accepting that so that you can enjoy your life and help people and help people. Because what happens is you decide that you want to have this career that you decide because you didn't want to go on to further your training in this particular thing or whatever it was. Like, say you really want to be a plumber and have your own plumbing business, but you never wanted to go and really learn how to get your license and do everything and really learn how to be a plumber. So now you work in a career and you work, say, retail, and you make minimum wage, and you want to live like the guy who owns his own plumbing business, but you don't want to do what is required to get the plumbing skills right. But in living your best life, you got to start making moves to be the plumber if that's what you want to be. If that's where you want to be, if you know that that's the contribution that you're supposed to be making to society, we need to start doing that. We need to start making moves for doing that. So, my first suggestion on us living our best life, us becoming go-getters and let's acknowledging our dreams again, is us to stop complaining. Instead of complaining, change. Change
Mhm.
to stop complaining.
Amen.
Complaining must sound like, to people who know a complainer, it must sound like a dog that's outside on a chain that barks all the time. Have you ever been to somebody's house like that? And the poor dog is like, and it's barking all the time, and the chain
Oh,
is always pulling his
yes,
neck. You know
Mm.
those?
yes.
That's got to be a complainer. Next time you talk to your friend or family member that's the complainer, watch, your mind is going to go straight to that dog with his neck on the tree, stuck outside, barking. That's the way they must feel about their life because they feel like they can't get, and they're not even a dog. Their dog cannot get that off, cannot get it off. Look, but wasn't it crazy that when a dog that like that does get loose, they typically don't even leave the house. Like, look, they get loose and they just sit over there on the side of the house till the person comes home. That's amazing.
Mm.
That's what miserable people do. They have gotten loose. And all they'll do is do something very similar, but they'll think because they're a little bit more comfortable, you know what I mean? But they're still not living their best life because the dog really wants to be inside. Mm, mm, mm. So, a second point is that you have to create the life that you want. And then a third point, I believe, is that be yourself. That the only thing that we can do right is be ourselves. I don't know. I've told y'all before about, like, every school year, I would always go back to school or told my daughter, I don't know if I told you, but every school year I would go, when I go back to school this year, I'm going to be quiet like Miss Jones. And I'm not going to be so loud. And I'm not going to be, I'm just going to be quiet and mysterious. And it would only last from when I got off the school bus. As soon as I saw my people, it was, yeah, oh, I was like, I said I was gonna be quiet this year. Oh man, oh man. I mean, you have no idea because both of my sisters are very quiet, like, and they're very, you know what I'm saying? They were like the way my family said we were supposed to act. That's how they carried it. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, there would be boys, like, they're much older than me, but so boys will come around and they will go, I gotta talk to you. And I'd be so excited because I'm like, oh my God. He's older, but he's really, I know. I saw him looking at me, right? So I'd be like, okay, brace myself. I'd be like, okay, like, what did you want to talk to me about? He's like, yeah, I wanted to ask you about your sister. Oh,
Mm.
I'd be through. Done. Done. But because of my loud mouth, he knew he could talk to me. But you know what? It is what it is. To thy own self be true. This is
Mhm.
who I am. You know what I'm saying? And they're
Mhm.
You
who they
know.
are. But Lord, that takes way too long in your life. You know what I'm saying? For you to just say, hey, you are who you are. And a lot of it is because a key to living our best life is I wasn't surrounded around people that celebrated me. You got to surround yourself by people that celebrate you. And that's what I love about Afroeconomics and our meetings and things that we have because we celebrate each other. You're like that, you're like that, you're like that. And I love everybody's unique personality. Miss Davis is sassy as she wants to be, and we let her be. You know what I mean? And then comes sassy number two, Miss Perkins. And then comes quiet Miss Jones. You know what I'm saying? And then comes like the mama figure, Miss Hayes. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's just all of us, have accepted who we are.
Mhm.
That's living our best life. Because I could have died without just feeling like, wow, it's a blessing to be the one that people feel comfortable come over and talk to. You know what I'm saying? Everybody to talk to me.
Mm.
You go through the whole neighborhood. My mama used to tell me, and they go, oh, you're Jennifer's mom. Oh, look, I was running things, running it. That's right. So, focus on, and also when it comes to our goals, we should focus on what we want, what God has put us here to do, what our purpose is,
Mhm.
what our dream is, and not on how we're going to do it. Because I'm telling you, I would not have ever started this business if I had to get really into how I was going to do it. And I
Mm.
remember being on an entrepreneur panel one time, and these textbook guys were telling them about, how they need to do and what kind of capital you need to have, and this and that. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. If I had to do anything that you did, I would have never gone into business. Now, I've had to deal with the consequences of that, but it's also made me strong. And if you start off like, where you're always getting assistance doesn't make you strong. Like if you want to swim really fast, you can get in the pool and put those fins on and stuff, and you get across the pool. Anybody ever done laps? Like you put all that stuff on. You can swim. Put that stuff to the side.
You sink.
You're like, oh, ah. And you get like five things. You stop. That's all. You look, that's all I but that's you're not and in life we don't need to be thinking about what's the easiest way to get the farthest. We need to think about how can I get there and be as strong as I can and be sustainable, because sometimes all those fins gonna be gone. Sometimes they're not gonna be there, everybody gonna take them, and the truth of the matter is they're kind of nasty and dirty. You're putting yourself at risk by using them. You're not, unless you get your own, that you could get your own, then you're spending on unnecessary money when God gave you all that you need, all
Mhm.
that you need. But a lot of people,
Amen. That's
I got
right.
this, yeah, they got this business idea, but they won't start nothing until they can get 10 people to come in and believe in them. You know, and that's stop
Amen.
us a lot.
Mhm.
That can stop us a lot from getting to our dream. That can stop our creativity a lot. We deserve it. We deserve it. You don't have to have all of that stuff. If your dream is to, whatever your dream is, and it's not to be or have that particular salary hitch, that little, protection, if you have a particular dream, I'm going to tell you, it is worth it to make sure that you get yourself out of debt and start living your dream. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? But because of that, like, feeling so secure, that's where all of the, debts and the support comes in. Because you go, well, I know I'm gonna always have this job. Well, I know I'm always had this job, and then as time goes by, it goes on, and the dream gets smaller and smaller, and the debts get bigger and bigger. Let's continue to dream. Let's continue to dream. Do not let a day go by that you don't assess what your dream is. Now, that's not to say that there's not a whole lot of people who are doing exactly what they always dreamed of with their life. And that is cool because you can have that salary job that is allowing you to do the things that you want to do that are your dreams. Create or invest or
Amen.
build, and it wouldn't be possible without that work. But make sure that your work is that you're doing the right thing with the fruits of your labor. What are we doing with that? What are you doing with that? So the recommit to growing and getting better. You that one of our members said on she's Miss Sanders was saying that do I she was asking me, what do you think about the word retirement? Do you think it's kind of takes away from things? And I said, I agree with you. I don't. I said I would love for it to be more of a word of like, say, I graduated from that job,
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't have to be the end. Like retirement suggests that I'm not going to do
Right.
anything else.
Yep.
Right.
But what if it, I mean, what if it was just, another graduation? Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I graduated from that. Now I'm doing such and such.
That's
Blah blah
right.
blah. Then we wouldn't have to worry so much about at this particular age, I have to have this particular amount. And at this particular
Mhm.
age, I have to have this particular amount. I was looking at some research this morning, and it was talking about that basically when you look at the research, no matter what age, when you look at the mean, because not the average, but the mean of the people in every age group, none of them really have saved enough for their retirement. And when you look at those numbers, it's only looking at people who actually save. So when they say, oh, people have saved, blah, 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 they're not telling you about that basically half of people who haven't saved a dime. You know what I'm saying? There's, and after this pandemic, it's going to be even larger number. They can't.
But JB,
Hmm.
when they had those I can't say the words. When they had those studies or
Oh,
whatever.
the stats and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
So when they have that, I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of times black people look at it and they just see white people.
That's right.
And so, but I wish people would think there's more white people than there is black people.
That's
So
right.
if you're going with the majority, that's who you should be looking at.
That's right.
But they advertise us as not having this,
That's
you
right.
know,
That's
being
right.
lazy,
That's
blah
right.
blah. And we, and when I say we, because we suck that in,
That's
oh,
right.
we don't
Right.
do, we're the
That's right.
laziest, oh,
That's right.
we're
Right.
all on welfare.
That's right.
There's more white people,
That's
so
right.
Mhm.
That's
there's a
right.
lot of white people on
That's
welfare.
right. More than black people. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Mhm.
Because we're only 14% of the population. So
right,
a larger percentage of us, but not more black people, and they need,
right.
when people really need to bring that home. It's so true.
Mhm.
And then also, if we really looked at it statistically, I feel sorry for white people too, because they haven't saved enough either.
That's right.
So I think
Mhm.
sometimes like we look at things and we go, well, they're white and everything is good. No,
No,
no, it's not. And they, you know what I mean? How do you think these companies make all this money by getting white people to finance things? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And then they just throw us on us, but they don't make money really because they don't want to loan us any money. They make more money off us with the products. We just
That's
buy
right.
things. You know what I mean? We buy things, but they are the borrowers and the
Right.
financing and the
I
cars
um
and
I
yes.
heard one time on NPR where they were saying how more blacks are moving to like Utah and
Mm,
Wyoming and things
mm,
like that. And
mhm,
that's because they're getting Section 8
mm,
vouchers and things, but
mm.
Yeah.
also they can build the economy because they know that we'll go out and we'll
That's
buy
right.
the weed, we'll
That's
buy
right.
the so
That's
that
right.
that will build up that
That's so
city
true.
on
That's
us.
that's so true. We will spend every dime.
That's
Consumers.
That is
right.
so true.
Consum-
That is so true. And try, and that is woo. That I mean, we have really built up the US economy in many ways from the
mm,
beginning, you know what I mean, with the free labor. And then
Yeah.
now, you know what I'm saying, with
And still
the
free labor because
Consumerism.
yes,
prison
with minimum
prison
wage,
system.
minimum
Yeah,
wage, and we're much more likely to have a job with no benefits and to be working on minimum wage. And you
that's right.
think about the impact of COVID on the Black female single parent family. And we are like talking about, the Black girl magic and stuff, and we're so out of tune of what is going on in our families right now. Just because we have, a woman of color that's a VP doesn't cancel out the fact that so many Black women are out of work.
Hmm. That's right.
That
Yeah,
is, and then those jobs, they're not going to get the jobs back.
they're
Hmm.
not.
And a lot of y'all are grown women who have been, able to get opportunities that, I don't see them happening now.
Mm,
Where young people are coming and then getting a job offer in corporate America, getting a job offer with the federal government. These kids are coming out of college with school loans and no job opportunities.
yeah.
That the average, they were showing stats that the average was in the Wall Street Journal that the average Black child, college graduate, hasn't even made one loan payment after 3 years of graduation. That means they're still, the majority are like not making any money 3 years later. And then that
Hmm.
study they did in Baltimore, was that like the large majority of the college graduates in the study were still on minimum wage after they finished college
Right.
in
And
Baltimore.
sometimes that's even after they get their master degree.
That's so
That
sad.
or Yep.
Yeah. So then they've got school loans, you know what I'm saying? And they can't get, and they said this is the formula. This is the formula. I really feel that I have the formula. I feel that entrepreneurship is the formula. I feel that our young people need to know that there are people like me who got out there in their 20s, start their own business, and it can work and feed you for your lifetime. That it is possible. We just don't have, you know what I mean, the opportunities, to actually share with one another, you know what I mean, that you have options. Take that school experience. Don't think that, a job is your only job. The technology and the internet, is allowing you to do things that on the flip side, most of you never even had an option to do. But because of technology, they can really do this.
They can. I think another thing that is wrong is that, like you said, a lot of Black women, because I read a lot of articles. This one article is called Keeping It 100. And these are
Mm,
young ladies who are in their 30s and 40s,
mm,
but a lot of them, I think that it clicked after the fact,
mm,
after they're so much in debt with
mm.
these student loans that, they realized that I didn't need to do this.
That's right.
I could have
That's
they
right.
they're talking more like what you say, but
That's
it's
right.
after the fact they're still in all this debt,
That's right.
and they can't afford to do anything,
That's right.
but I'm pretty sure some of them probably is like, maybe they're not paying on their loan or they're,
Nope.
it's
And now
because
nobody has
we
to
had
pay
that
them.
status.
Yep.
Yeah,
But they're gonna start it back though. They're
yeah,
Mm.
gonna start them back.
Mm.
I think it starts back in January.
Right.
unless
Yeah.
they get an
Yes,
extension.
January. Yep,
Mm,
January.
that's, unless there's some sort of extension, that should be part of the stimulus package. The unemployment numbers should be lower. Like we should have a significant change in unemployment position before they do that. Because if people can't work and they don't have their work,
Right.
and how are you going to expect them to pay the federal government back, especially when, when I'm saying like that's with government loans.
Mhm.
Right.
And if you
And I
do that to
think
people, yeah, if you do that
That's
to
right.
people and they have to pay those loans back, and I got to choose between paying my rent or paying this loan back, I'm going to pay my rent because I
Yep.
need to live
right.
somewhere, which means now I'm going to default. So when
That's
they come
right.
out with packages where you can get forgiven, they're like, but you're in default, so you can't even get any of these
Oh
benefits of
my
getting
goodness.
forgiven. So it'll set you up in another situation.
Yep.
Mhm.
It's
That's
So
sick.
right.
You ain't not said nothing but a word. It's sick. And then we have to learn, and the only way around that is that we have to learn how to hustle. And
Yeah.
we have to learn that my value is not connected with the fact that you have to do a lot of work. Like, there's too many people who get out of school. Like I was telling you, this one lady, one temp company, they sent over this college graduate. She had recently graduated, and I asked her to do something like calculate a percentage or something like that, and she said, that's not in my major or something, you know what I mean? That you're asking me, and she was like, I'm a communications major. It was really sad. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? To hear this young person who is in a job opportunity trying to make,
Right.
first of all,
Mm.
they don't see the value. We don't need another generation that doesn't see the value in Black business. But somehow it's like we send them off to college and then they feel like they're too good for certain jobs or certain work,
That's right.
certain
Yeah.
places, and that handicaps them. It handicaps them,
And it does.
and I remember being looked down on because I wanted to do radio sales when I first got out of University of Virginia. So of all the other students, when they would go like, where are you going to work? And I said, no, I left the bank and I wanted to do radio sales. I doubled my income by going to radio sales because they gave me no maximum, where the bank was only going to pay me, you know what I mean, the salary.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah, I need more than that. And I got to get rid of these school loans and I got to do what I got to do. And I want to go to graduate school. And in radio sales, it allowed me to pay for graduate school and have the flexibility and get out there and sell and make more money than I would have been making at the bank stuck at the desk. But that, trying
Mm-hmm.
to explain that, you know what I mean, to our young people who have been programmed that they want the security, that and or this false, they've bought into a false security, that doesn't exist. It's our work ethic and our good name, you know what I mean. That's where you develop security. Well, no matter what you do, you let them, that you start getting a track record that you're a good worker, you are not going to have to worry about work. It's going to be which job. So about living our best life, recommitting to growth, and then also have developing your rules of your life and sticking to the rules of your life. If it's, I don't do this and that, don't find yourself having done this and that, right? You feel me? if, if it's like, I don't, whatever it is that you say that you don't do, like I decided a long time ago, early in my life, that I wasn't going to drink or smoke. So I still don't drink or smoke. And when I look back on my life now, I know that I would not be where I am now if I had made a decision to drink or smoke, because whatever I do it well. So I said, I better not mess with it. But you know, but there, you know what I'm saying? But everybody knows their own rule, because a lot of people, most people, I would say, you know what I mean, can do those two things and manage it well. But when you know that, hey, and I just thank God knowing it, without trial, I ain't have to try. I'm not gonna do it. But whatever your rules are in life, you take those rules and you live by those rules. Don't compromise by your rules. You know that My and it always has been like, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. Like if I don't get something, it really irritates me if I don't get something done. Like, and I think that a lot of people don't have that irritation where they feel uncomfortable when they fall short. And don't allow yourself to get like that. Always that uneasiness about, oh, okay, I could have done that better. That's healthy. That's growth. That's growth. Mm. Every day, take actions to your goals. We talked about that. And then criticism. Criticism makes us better. Criticism makes us better. We call it, what do they call it? What do you call it in corporate America, Miss Hayes? What do you call it? Constructive
Yeah, constructive feedback.
or
Not
feedback?
criticism, feedback.
Feedback, exactly. Yeah, like but it really does, like, what I mean, it helps, even though we only want to see, I only, what I mean, you only want to hear, but it helps me when you are honest. I didn't like when this happened, could you so and so and so, that would help. You know what, I would like it if so and so. I always get scared when people get quiet, because when they get quiet, y'all mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shoot. You blessed. You're blessed when your boss is telling you, and y'all are my boss. When you're blessed, when your boss is communicating you still good. When they stop communicating with you, you've
Yeah,
jacked up. You have messed up. Isn't it the truth though? When your
yeah.
boss, like, say, like, whoa. And I've told young people that as well. Because I'm the type of boss that will communicate. And I'll say, like, I'm telling you this. This is a good sign. Because when I stop talking to you about what how I need it done, that's when you have a problem.
Mhm.
So to tell you, so please don't allow this to offend you, and that, but that, but because of that, because of, my commitment to, like, just being able to take it. And I think just being, the things that I've gone through in life have helped me be a better entrepreneur. Like, we think that, oh, your life has to be like really rosy, so you can have it, like, but you know what I mean? Our past, we can't live in our past, but your past can certainly make you a better person, a better reader. It give you like a foresight, and it can give you strength. It can give you strength if we allow it, right? Or it can weaken us if we take it the wrong way. Mm.
All
And
right.
right?
I agree with you.
Don't allow others to bring us down. Like, don't allow anybody to bring you down. You're creating your best life. You got this. I meet people, that especially during these times, several members that I got because their financial advisor wasn't calling them back. They weren't talking to them. They're like, I keep calling them. And you talking about how far the market went down in March? You know what I'm saying? And like, there were so many advisors that just were not picking up the phone. I mean, how can you do that? You're in the middle of a national crisis. Your clients are wondering what's going on. The market is tanking every day and you're not calling them back. Don't allow other people to bring you down. Don't allow it. And then some people will call and find a JB Bryan, but most people will sit there, especially us, and sit there and take it. You don't have to take that. Mm, mm, mm. So believe in yourself, and and my final, because I already said, like, spending more time with people who, celebrate us. It's good for us. That's why, that I scheduled for us to get together for New Year's Eve. Some of you are going to have other plans. You got people in the family, still log in. What are y'all doing? Watching, TV and everything, still log in. I want to announce our member of the year for 2021. And I want us, to just celebrate. I want y'all to have the cameras on. I want y'all to be dressed up. I want us to live our best life. Hmm?
I thought that was a fantastic idea when
Oh,
I
thank
saw it
you.
this
You're
year.
so good. I can't wait to see you dressed up. I hope that you're going to dress up.
Oh, I will dress up.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. We deserve that.
Yeah.
And what triggered it was the radio station asked me to come on their channel on New Year's Eve, and I said, "Oh man, I should do that." And I know they were like, "I know she did. I know she didn't take my idea, but I did." I was like, "Why would I go on there? I got my own people,
That's
and they
funny.
celebrate me.
Hello.
Bring it home. Stay
Hijack,
home."
hijack their idea.
I did. That's right. That's right. And make and own it. Own it. I said the Afro, they go look exactly.
Yeah.
AfroEconomics having this own members only party. Yes, we are. And we're gonna have prizes, we're gonna have music, we're gonna have live entertainment. Y'all. So just let me
We need to
know.
All
do
of
that.
that?
Yes, it is
Wow.
going to be your best New Year's Eve ever.
Oh, okay.
If I can
New
stay
Year's
awake.
Eve.
That's
Well,
right.
just take a nap during the day. Set,
Please
set
tell
your
them.
alarm clock to wake up around
That's
10:30.
right. Tell them, Major Jones.
So
Tell
just
them.
what?
Tell
So,
them.
so just go to watch night for a little bit. Watch night service for a little bit. Is that what
That's
you're saying, JB?
that's right. That's right, Chris. But you gotta you have got to, and that just plan for it. Like I have a I'm gonna be on that. Did you see that thing I sent out about Fox
Yes.
Soul
So
tonight
Yeah,
at
midnight.
midnight? And
Okay.
Pat was like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "My adrenaline is so high." I'm worried about how I'm gonna sleep afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on a panel, and woo! I'm like, yeah, because that's fun. That's exciting for me, and I have a lot of work to do before midnight anyway. And so I was like, my thinking is like, how am I gonna go to sleep and calm down? they're gonna be like, JB Bryan, it's over. It's over. They have to shut it down. Shut it down. Click. But yeah, don't want to see it should be fun, especially because they're gonna have a lot of other financial people on there. Like that I think it's United Bank, the president of United Bank, Boyce Watkins, and then I didn't
Boy.
get her name, and a financial advisor, and me. And AfroEconomics as well. So that's gonna be cool. So if you get to stay up, but I'm sure they'll have some sort of recording, and I'll share it after they have that. But I didn't even know Fox Soul existed. They started that in
Yeah.
January,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems very professional. But they just reached out to me yesterday, and the guy was like, "I love your YouTube stuff. I was been watching your stuff on YouTube. Isn't that good?" So
Yes, that's good.
that was great. That was
Congratulations.
great. Yeah, you never know who's watching. And then when we started tonight, I was kind of nervous because I thought about what he said, and I was like, because I don't think about it like people, you know what I mean, watching. And then I stopped, but I'm glad that I shut that down because it's not about that. It's about making sure that I get the message of the 10 principles of Afro economics out here, that we can live our best life, but we have to have our goals set up. We have to be organized. Like, I really don't spend enough time on those 10 principles. And that's really what matters. You know me, I want to really focus in 2021 on building up from within. And I'm doing a study right now in school on the best investment that you can make as a small business owner is for customer and client retention, making the investment within. And that's why the radio station was like, that's an investment of trying to get more. You know what I'm saying? But no, I want to make sure that I'm investing within. Like, what can we do? So like on Monday, I'm starting the health and wealth discussion. So I want to make sure I have panelists also from within. But our topic on Monday at noon is about is organic food, is it worth it? Are we getting what we pay for? No, but I want to have it about health, but I wanted to have a wealth swing to it. So that should be good just for that lunch hour on Monday. But remember that this Friday, the business network is growing every week. And this week, it's about taxes and financial statements for business owners. And so we're doing it from within, from within. So I had to renew my commitment to dreaming. Because I remember about 10 years ago just being in that zone of just doing, just going, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't going to get anything else. And I truly, just there was this man that my sister started dating, and this is a true story. And he was, older, and he kept dreaming, and he was talking about these dreams that he was having and what he wanted to do. And I was like, now look at this man. He's older than me, and he still has dreams, and he has things that he wants to accomplish, and he has things that he wants to do. Like, I said, that's it. I went over to him and I said, I admire so much that you still have dream left. So I'm hoping that somebody out here is listening to me and is saying, you know what? I'm older than her, younger than her, or whatever, but I can do that too. I can dream. I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to do that. Or more importantly, do like I was saying about my business of taking care of what you got. Take care of what you got, because we already have everything that we need to get exactly where God wants us to be if we utilize it properly. Now, I look at people's money all the time and I see what could have been done if they had a commitment to maximizing their opportunities, maximizing their opportunities over and over. You'll see research that will, show you that it's not about how much money you have, it's about what you do with the money. No, I don't want to see us anymore. Like even today, I was looking at someone's property that they have, because I like to look at y'all tax returns and I'm gonna get on y'all. But even today, again, I'm looking at a tax return with a woman who is allowing people to live in her property for free.
Mm.
I see it over and over, over and over, over and over. I need to do a session. We should start just doing on call landlord, like, or you know what I mean, renter, like I don't know, you know what I mean, real estate. You know what I'm saying, like that. Just because it allows us to write off the loss, you know what I mean, because you're putting on the tech, doesn't mean that you could not be. You don't deserve to be making money on that property, because soon your W-2 income will go away or go down because you'll change, and then that expense, that loss is not going to be as significant. You're going to need that property to be generating income. And the years where it didn't generate income, that you couldn't put the money back in and make improvements. Even if you don't need the money, that money could have gone back in the property for floors and equipment, anything just to help you. So when you do decide to sell it, you'll be able to increase the cost basis because you put more money in it,
Honey, yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
that is
That's
Yeah.
like,
something.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
But
a
we
Definitely.
good way
can't,
of looking at it.
yes, but we cannot afford to let people live off us anymore.
That's right.
No.
Amen.
And I mean, it's amazing. How much you already have. You already have everything that you need. You already have it. We have to just go out there and get it and know that you deserve it. Go what you deserve. You deserve way more than just the opportunity to pull up in a parking lot and people look at us because we got nice cars. You know what I'm saying? Or look at us because we got nice shoes. Or look at it, no, we deserve way more than that. That real money, nobody knows you have it. Nobody knows you have it.
It helps to be around positive people
That's
that
right.
could
That's
provide
right.
you with
Right.
some positive insight
Yes.
about different things. If you
Yes.
are not around those types of people,
That's
you
right.
tend to just
That's
let
right.
things go.
That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's
That's
right. That's
correct.
why we need these conversations. That's
Mhm.
why I thank God for, telling me it's okay, open up the microphone. The risk that is somebody could go off and something on me one day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but y'all have been so sweet,
Well,
you
if
know.
someone goes off, we just uplift them in prayer, right
Amen.
in the
That's right.
session.
That's right. We got your back, JB.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Williams. Look, I'm just telling y'all that calm, sweet lady that y'all just heard, just know that she's retired military, which means she can carry weapons. She got guns. She knows. Talk about lift them up in prayer. But
And we
that's
gotta
too though. I know you mean it. I know you mean it. But I wouldn't test her on that. Isn't it true? Don't let my kindness fool you. I told somebody one time, I was like, don't let my resume fool you. I was like, don't get confused. Hey, think just because you've been in school a long time don't mean I don't know what it's like. I know what I gotta do when I gotta do. But Lord, God is good. We don't have to do it. We are
Yeah.
blessed. But thank you also for tonight. Those are just some key things for us to do in living our our best life. And remember that first one. Don't complain.
Yeah.
Change. Change things. Change things.
That's
Don't
right.
look, change things. We're gonna do it. And if there's anything that I can do, don't hesitate to email me, text back where we text you, do whatever you got to do. I think we've been texting y'all less lately, and Pat's been calling, but I've been texting less, just because I have Janai working on the project of making sure the financial plan agreements get out. So I know some of y'all are getting, you're like, what is she sending? But I should have sent it to you a long time ago. So remember, I said I'm doing better and I'm taking care of things from within. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. What's the use? Well, look, what's the use of making sure you got the next customer if you ain't take care of the one you got?
Mhm.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's
Right?
right.
Right? So we
Correct.
made it. We made it this far. We made it. We're making through. They got the vaccine coming out, and so things are calming down. Things are calming down.
Yeah.
Mm. God bless y'all. I will be
Right.
checking in. If you can stay up, make sure you check me out on the Fox Soul tonight at midnight.
Break a leg.
Right.
Thank you
Right.
so
Bye.
much.
Good luck,
Good
JB.
Thank
session.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
I'll be checking on y'all. Bye
Be
bye.
sassy now.
That's right. You got to watch. Please watch. Because you got to watch. It's something else. That is something else that last week we were talking about me being on panels and working with. Remember that with these people?
Mhm.
And then they call like, that's God. Mm.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So,
Enjoy it and tell them.
thanks, Timothy. That's right. That's right. That's right. Don't know. I'll be seeing y'all soon. Bye bye now.
Thanks,
Bye bye.
everybody. Have a good night.
Same to you.
Thank